Hi guys. So today pretty much I am in a planning space. I purchased a planner. I think I told you guys this a bit ago, but I purchased a planner and I'll show you the front of it here. I like it. It's pretty, right? I've been in my little growth area. It has flowers in the back of it too. But as you can see, we're in January and I'm about to fill this out. Today is the 6th. I know I'm a little bit behind on filling it out, but I've been working, so I needed to sit down and actually visualize and have a vision for what I'm doing, what's to come, and make room for what is to come, right? So speaking of planning and focusing and vision, I also was able to take some time to craft a vision board. I kept it simple. I wanted to keep it really simple because I needed to see straight on what I'm going to be doing, what is laid out for me, what my plans are, but not negating or closing myself off to, the plans that God has for me. So there's that. Let me relax a little bit. But yeah, so I want to, I guess, just spend some time with you all while I'm planning and writing out what I need to do. And as I'm laying those things out, I want to shout out some really special people in my life right now who came who came suddenly. It appeared they came suddenly, but right on time. And so I'm grateful for those individuals. I won't name any names or start to go down a list because I'm sure I'll miss somebody or something. So I just want to say thank you to those people, to God, for truly answering prayers. And I know we're in a space where a lot of people believe in a lot of different things or, choose to speak to and pray to a lot of different spaces and entities. But I can say that praying and establishing my own relationship with God has proven to be one of the most dynamic things that I could have done and most important things that I could have done for myself, for my growth. And I'm learning now for those around me and to be connected to me. I had a couple of conversations this week also that were also evidence that I'm on the right track. I'm in the right spaces. I'm in the right rooms. I just need to make sure that I am continuing to remain alert and aware while I'm in those spaces, because we can be given opportunities and pray for opportunities, but if we aren't still doing the work and continue to show up for those things that we prayed for, we could easily lose those things. So I'm also learning that there were opportunities that I didn't take seriously last year that were given to me that I prayed for and learned in that, right? Gained from that, grew from that. And I won't say that it was easy or that it wasn't at times disheartening to see myself, but I saw that as love of God showing me myself to be like, hey, these are areas that you still need to grow in, because if you want to elevate and you want access to these places that you've prayed about, you need to be in a certain mind. You need to be aware, right? Self-aware. And that for me has been humbling. I know I was thinking about this too. I spoke about being humble and like, oh, I don't want God to humble me. Like I feel like I've reached that and I know to the full extent of what that is. But no, continuously God is constantly humbling me. And even through small things like that of showing me where there are errors and flaws and things that are hindering me from going where I need to go and do the things I need to do. So, hey, it's love. I see it as love. I accept it as love. And it's also been a time of when God's showing me myself, right? Or I'm seeing myself in things, in areas I need to grow, even with showing up in spaces in my attitude, still being adjusted, still adjusting. I spoke about emotional intelligence just before the year closed, and we came into the new one of how I'm still navigating that, and that is true. But for me, these tests that I see are truly rewarding, because when you can go through a space and be like, well, it be presented and you navigate differently, and then you reflect and realize that you have made changes, and the things that you're doing are paying off in ways. I think that's wonderful. And I'm just speaking from a personal perspective, but if it resonates, beautiful. In planning also, this is a really chill episode. I feel like I'm usually really like, oh my gosh, we have to talk about and then have all these bullets. But coming into the new year, I'm finding how to chill. A little uptight at times, a little very, very serious in moments, but can be goofy, silly, depending on the day. If you know, you know. But finding balance in that is also cool. So what I was going to say before I get distracted and start rambling and ranting is on my calendar also coming up. It'll be next month, but if you've been watching my Facebook and things like that, TikTok, you know that there's a cipher coming up. So I felt like there should be a space where I actually explain what the Shell's brand is and discipline every member as we come into a shift. You guys know, I always have something up my sleeve, but as we come into a shift, I really want to speak about the things that the Shell's brand is and discipline every member, and how they are one and then how they are separate. And so the Shell's brand is media, it's music, it's art, right? And gear. Okay. I had a special pause for that because I know, guys. But yeah, that's what the Shell's brand is in a brief, little skinny. Discipline every member, which is an entity under the Shell's brand, is the podcast, us exchanging and chatting and getting in the flow of things, and me sharing personal things. And it's also art, but it's also daily life things, and my daily life things that I share with you that I may want to encourage or just be transparent about. It's also mental health. Discipline every member is also focusing in on wellness, wholly, right? Holistically. Discipline every member also will preview things that I do in my time, as far as planting, gardening, cooking sometimes, just meal things, also behind the scenes things, family things, adventures, travel. And so if there was some confusion about discipline every member, the Shell's brand, are them together, that is ultimately what those are separately. And then when I bring them together, that's a mixture of all those things in one. So for anyone that had questions about that, also discipline every member and the podcast speaks to identity, which is, I feel like, the umbrella for both of these things, because I'm displaying different people's experiences through media and visuals through the Shell's brand, but also speaking to that in Discipline Every Member and how that relates to mental health and sexuality and things like that for the youth, even for those of us who struggled in our youth and still navigate those types of things. So there's a lot under this, and I know sometimes it might get sticky. Not the Tyler sticky, but it might get a little confusing in there. And so today I wanted to give you guys that for those that may be newcomers, or even if you've been rocking with me and you're still like, Shells, I don't know, but I support you. I appreciate that too. Speaking of, the little things I do, if you were around for my Lego build, don't worry, I have another one coming that I'm going to piece together and film for you guys, and you can come over there and watch that. And that full episode will be on Patreon. So finding my balance in that of having a lot of content for you guys in different places, and you knowing where to get that, how to get to that. And of course I have bits and pieces of that throughout my social media, TikTok, Threads, Instagram, Facebook sometimes, not going to lie to you. And now coming up, speaking of social media, Twitch. I'm building a Twitch so that I can have my random, sporadic, day-to-day in-betweens that come up for me in mental health things. So that'd probably be Discipline Every Member, but still the Shells brand. So anyway, building a Twitch account, getting carried away here, building a Twitch. So I will have that information somewhere in this video, and if you're listening, somewhere in the description for video. Somewhere in the description for the audio if you're listening as well. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing over there on Twitch. Haven't really felt it out yet, but when we get it rocking and rolling, I will definitely let you guys know. But in the meantime, in between time, I do have a page. So like I said, I'll put that information in either platform, audio or video format. Trying to figure out if there's anything else that I wanted to speak to you guys about in my planning. Oh, yes. So the Shells brand and a few other people that I met while in Denver, we're pushing a cipher, and we'll be filming this on February 1st, which has to go in my planner. And I'm excited for the artists that have said yes and confirmed with me already, as well as the vision that's being put into this. Because music, if you know, and if you don't know, music is a very, very special space for me. It's a relationship that I've had on and off, again, for years and years. So never consistent enough to complete a full project or the confidence to release one. Now, there's a song out there, and I'm not going to give it any promo in this moment. However, there's a song that I released some years ago, and it was my first time leaping out there like, I want to release music, and I did it, okay? Was I happy with the product? I was nervous throughout the whole process, but I was excited to do it. I can say that. I can say I was excited. But I always felt like there was something missing, and the something that was missing was me and my full dedication to the craft. Because yes, it got people's attention. Yes, it did kind of what I wanted it to do, which was get me out of the fear of releasing my art. Because if you're a creative, you know how that process is. Like, I'm just going to save this for later, keep this in a box. And sometimes we need to push that stuff out there. And so it took for me sitting with myself to be like, okay, what does music mean to you? Do you want to do it seriously, professionally? or do you want it to be a hobby? And I would say that I leaned more towards hobby and just creating sounds that came to me and listening to them in the comfort of my home or whatever. And so when I began to do this journey, I just started to test out different things and release certain snippets or instrumentals that I would create. Nothing major. It would just be like, hey, I'm going over to Splice to cut up this beat real quick or pull from these different sounds and then come over here to this software and add my own vocals, and then whatever comes up, lay it down. Cool. It was a vibe, right? And then sharing that with really, really close spaces to be like, hey, I created this, ha ha ha. And sometimes them being like, no, this is really great work. Like, you should do something with this. But that fear of pushing out my creative work. So said all that to say that I'm happy to be in a space to be supporting other artists. I know there's more to come in that. And even in the people that still believe that my own art will come from this musically. Thank you. I'm praying on it. But I truly, truly have, and I don't want to be like cliche or be all churchy and be like, oh, music is ministry, but it is to me, because I don't necessarily do it just to do it, or like, hey, I want to drop this and sell this and get money for it. It's a spiritual connection for me. Sometimes it's venting for me. So sometimes it's just personal projects for myself to be like, go back and listen to this and that to me was what I needed in that moment, or this is really getting me through this current moment. So even in personal ministry of it ministering to me, right? I don't know, just how I perceive it. But would I love to release music to the masses, or just something that is true to me? Yes. Will that come? Maybe. But in this space that I'm in supporting mental health and advocating for mental health for the youth, with also supporting artists and other projects and aligning with people that are doing things that I also would like to be doing. So learning, taking notes, right? It's all personal growth for me, getting my health back together, actually working out. Come on. Eating right, because I'm not getting any younger, although I have bones over here cracking now, but I am in my 30s, so it's been time to continue taking care of self, right? Internally, externally, internally, all that good stuff. So for me, this is a personal journey, and if it inspires you, like I always say, wonderful, great, it's all love, because yeah, I'm gaining so much from just being honest with self and being transparent with self. So as we go throughout this journey, there'll be more clips and things of my days of working out or not wanting to work out, as well as all the fun stuff of travel and behind the scenes things. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in with you guys and see how y'all were doing. How was your new year coming in? Because mine is pretty smooth. I'm in a position that I like to be of focus, so not really doing too much movement unless I need to. But it's been nice to come into 2025, to be here, to be breathing, to be loved, to extend love. It's a great place to be. And so I am blessed to even share any of that, right? It's still kind of early in the morning, so if I'm dragging a little bit, please be kind. But, I want to be consistent in this new year of dropping these episodes. And if I'm not able to, being honest about that, but still giving you insight to what I am doing. If I'm not here, if I'm not tapped in, what am I doing? So I have some little art pieces that I'm working on the side. They're more of hobbies too. So I'll share some of those things with you as well. Might show a preview of my of my vision board at some point. But I am excited about this Lego build because it's a few pieces. It was a gift for Christmas. So I hope that all of your Christmas, holiday, family time was good. And even if it wasn't, if you're one of those type of people that you don't really do holidays, or you just are in your space, in your bubble, I get that. I get that. Very much get that. So whatever it was for you, I hope that coming into January 2025, you are happy, peaceful, and aligned with the things that you need to be. I don't know. I don't really have too much else that I'd like to say, guys. I'm not gonna ramble, but let me check and see if there's anything that I need to be sharing. No. No, I don't think so. But look forward to updates on my social medias. If you don't follow those, please go follow. Specifically YouTube, I am definitely wanting and needing to get my views and followers and subscriptions up over there. So come on over, subscribe, follow me, DM me. I do still have the website. It's currently under construction. So if you've been over there and you're like, what's happening over here? Yeah, it's under construction. I do apologize. But that will be back up and running sooner than later, we hope. Trying to connect some gear things to that so that's easier for you guys to just go over there, support me if you'd like, straight from the website, no delay. Also, I didn't bring it up here, but I'll insert it in here, as well as the link for my goals journals. If you have a little one, we're talking about planning. I'm sitting here talking about writing in my planner. And if you have a little one that loves to write out and visualize and keep notes and thoughts close to them, the Shells brand has a personal goals binder that is for sale. And I can, like I said, I'll insert what that looks like if you're not aware. I thought I had it up here with me, but it's fine. I'll insert that so you can get a visual, as well as the link if you'd like to purchase that. I will be doing a giveaway for one of those since we're coming into the new year. So if you're watching or listening to this, you can either comment under the video, the YouTube video currently, and I will contact you so that I can send out that goals binder. So giveaway, you got to comment under the YouTube video if you're watching, or DM me if you follow me on any of my social medias. And when you DM me, all you got to write is goals binder, and I will make a selection within the next 2 weeks. So again, if you're watching this, I'm doing a giveaway for a goals binder, Shells brand goals binder for the youth. We'll select a winner within the next 2 weeks, but all you have to do is DM me the words goals binder, or if you're watching on YouTube, comment goals binder under this video. Okay. Of course, I'll try to make this easy and have that stuff in here, but thank you again for your support, your continued love, all those great things. I'm going to get back to work, get to writing out these wonderful, wonderful goals of my own in my planner. Thank you. It's all love, and continue to support me throughout this. We getting better every day, stronger every day. We growing, we eating. All love. Mwah. Shells brand. Disciplinary member.